Hello, everybody, and welcome to your eclipse season tarot reading. We are about to move right into eclipse season in June, and in the span of 1 month, we are going to have 3 different eclipses, 2 full moon eclipses, and 1 new moon eclipse. So, the first one here is going to be the Sagittarius full moon lunar eclipse. So we have the tetrahedron coming through because that's fire energy. So transformation at the soul, big time awakenings. Here is the annular solar eclipse, and this is on the cusp of Cancer and Leo. So we've got water and we've got fire. So icosahedron and another tetrahedron. And with these two eclipses right here, we have 2 tetrahedrons. Well, 2 tetrahedrons, intertwined creates the Merkaba, which is the light body. So major activation taking place in the light body, in the soul, in the emotional part of you as well. And then lastly, we have the full moon lunar eclipse, and this one is in Capricorn. So we have the hexahedron, and this is earth energy. This one here is all about manifestation, okay? So we have spiritual and emotional activation, clarity, healing, cleansing, insight with these two. And then right here there's a beautiful manifestation coming in. Now eclipse season is right in alignment with retrograde season, and just to give you an idea of this, the Scorpio full moon on May 6th, 7th, just depending on where you live in the world, is literally the gateway to retrograde season and eclipse season. And then what wraps it up is this new moon in Cancer on July 20th. So you have a water moon, which is 8th house energy, which is all about, endings to create way for new beginnings. And then what wraps up, eclipse season and a lot of retrograde season is this Cancer new moon. And new moons are all about new energy, and this is emotional, okay? So through May, June, July, there's going to be a lot of emotions swirling through you. This moon here, the Sagittarius full moon, is on June 5th. This here is on June 21st, and this is on July 5th, okay? So June, July, very powerful time for the eclipse energy, but this truly starts in May and goes all the way till the end of June. So let's get right into the reading and see what these eclipses are, going to do for everybody. And I am going to pull cards for each sign as well to give you a little bit of insight and clarity on how this is going to personally affect you more than just these awakenings and a manifestation. Okay, we have patience. No matter what the situation or delay is, your desire will come when it is meant to be. So with this eclipse right here, this Sagittarius full moon eclipse, you are going to come into understanding as to why certain things did not manifest, did not pay out for you, because there are things that are about to unfold, or this information that comes to you is like literally what sets you free and makes you okay with what didn't manifest in the past. However, be patient, because there is a manifestation coming in. And now here on this new moon, the cusp of Cancer and Leo, we have forgiveness. Forgiveness is the first step towards letting go of hurt and emotional pain. It heals only you. So this particular moon, this new moon sitting between Cancer and Leo, is very emotional, and it's all about healing and forgiveness and release. Really, this is a period of creating the space for a lot of new energy that's trying to come in. And under the manifestation here, we have Archangel Shamuel, embrace healthy relationships. Nice. So these eclipses, they impact each and every one of us differently. Look at your own, natal chart. If you have a moon in Sagittarius, which I do, or a Cancer or Leo, or Capricorn, this is going to be really powerful and strong for you. And I would, highly recommend looking at your natal chart and seeing, which of those signs occupy which area of your chart, because that's where you're going to experience this energy the deepest. But eclipses are swift moving energy, things quickly shifting away, shifting in, just these crazy truths coming to light, profound illumination within yourself, deep understanding starting to unfold for each of you. So this energy of the eclipses is quite volatile, but it's that shakeup we need to get rid of what must go, because it's time for new energies to come in. It's time for new cycles to begin. So I'm going to pull some runes for each one of these moons. There, these two there, and then those two there. All right, under this Sag full moon. Oh yeah. Okay, so you are going to come into understanding, receive the information that you need to finally let go of some things that have really held you back, held your movement back, held you back from taking flight. Some of you could have been feeling very broken all the way down to the soul with just the way certain things have played out for you. And there could be a lot of confusion, not understanding, not seeing how all the pieces fit together. But this eclipse, that's the energy that's coming in. It's like what has held you back with the scythe, it's time for that to be cut out. And you have the mental and emotional strength to do so if this is you needing to make this change. And for some of you, this is like just going to be a swift ending. And some of us, this person or these connections aren't connections that we want to maintain. It may be like a coworker or, a different sort of circumstance where you've had to play nice and save face. And now with this eclipse, there's a big shakeup and there's some toxic relationships that are leaving your life, whether by your choice or just the way events are playing out from the universe. So here it's like everything that's been holding you back is finally going to be cleared, or you're receiving the insight that you need to make a decision to free yourself, okay? And this doesn't just have to be around relationships. This can be any area of your life. All right, here with this new moon that's cusping Leo and Cancer. Ooh, we have the rings as cycles, repeating cycles, things that are connected, and that comes out with the crossroads. Wow. Okay, and look at this is sitting on forgiveness. So this could be around a specific relationship, multiple relationships, or a situation in your life where you don't feel there's been fairness on your behalf. Like somehow you feel that you've gotten the short end of the stick, what you think and feel hasn't mattered. And this is like a repeating cycle that keeps playing out. It could be playing out with the same person, with multiple different people, multiple different situations. And it's like, what do I do? How do I break this pattern? How do I break this cycle? Or how do I come to terms with my past and let it go and allow myself to heal? Because we do have forgiveness coming through really strongly with this new moon annular solar eclipse. And with the icosahedron and the tetrahedron there's a lot of clarity coming to the emotional body, which like allows the spark to reignite in your soul. Because I do feel for some of you, what's happened, the way things have played out, you feel very broken in the soul. Others of you, you're just very confused and perplexed. You don't understand how you got to this point or how something got to this point. And now you will receive that clarity, those answers through eclipse season. And some of you, again, it's a choice that you are going to have to make. And for others of you, it's like the forces that be come in and shake things up, and some things just fall away. That is the power of eclipse season. Okay, over here with this Capricorn full moon lunar. Ooh, look at that. We've got the eye, and we've got movement and flight coming through right there. So this is ultimate clarity, understanding, insight, reading between the lines, understanding the energy that's all around you, seeing the potential, seeing what's a dead end in a way that you never have before. So this is a fresh perspective, which allows movement to finally come into your experience wherever you feel that you've been held back, or certain people or situations that are holding you back. You have the insight now, as well as the emotional strength, the mental strength to move beyond, to push all of this out of your experience. So with the runes that have come out, it's time for repeating patterns to stop, for you to understand, you know, this is understanding other people, but this is also more about understanding yourself and seeing cause and effect and different choices that you've made that has allowed and enabled certain behaviors to continue to play out in your life, and you know, just the way that you interact with others, and some people that you like get away with certain things. You know, it may be time to really draw the boundaries and put your foot down. All right, so let's pull some house cards, and I'm going to pull 4 here, and all 4 of these houses could represent what's playing out in your world, but I'm going to try to break this down more by sign so we can see what each one of you are going through. So we're going to start by pulling 4. All right, so yep, there it is. First house, that self-awareness that's really coming in strong. So some of you, it's a lot of first house energy, shakeups, changes, information. And this, you know, with eclipses, all that's been hidden comes to light. Next out, we have the 5th house. So this is about like romance, your happiness, your passion, your creative spark. Next is the 12th house. This is endings, this is undoings, this is the cycles that must come to an end so new cycles can begin. And lastly, we have the 3rd house, your potential to learn something, and your local neighborhood. So the 3rd house, the 1st house and the 3rd house is deep clarity about yourself, especially here. And then in the 3rd house, this has a lot to do with that cause and effect, not just in your own life, but seeing how other people, the choices that they make, the way that energy eventually returns to them. Because retrograde season and eclipse season is truly the return of energy for the good or the bad, all that you've been putting out to the universe, returning to you. And also your life lessons and your soul evolution. Have you learned? Have you gained? Have you grown? Because now, if so, it's the time to evolve and expand. And for those who haven't, you know, and we're all on different journeys here. Those who haven't, this is going to be a time that feels like a streak of bad luck, really bad karma playing out, and it's because there is no awareness of cause and effect and personal energy and accountability and responsibility, and so all that energy returns, and it's very overwhelming. And you know, for all of us, there's a degree of, you know, both energies returning to us. Some have more of that, you know, positive return. Some have more of that shadow energy. It just depends where you're on your life journey and how well you are evolving from the different life lessons that you signed up for this life journey. Okay, so let's pull. I'm going to pull the zodiac signs now, and I'm going to put them on each one of these houses so you'll know which area of your life this is really going to impact. This is really about evolution, soul completion, romance, creative talents, abilities, passion, self-awareness, big time self-awareness, as well as deep awareness of others. So let's okay, under 1st house, we have Aries. Aries is the ruler of this house. So nice. Aries, lots changing within you. A brand new cycle is beginning, and those that fall on this house, you may find yourself just very naturally making big changes in your lifestyle. Next is Sagittarius coming through under this first house, and Scorpio. And, you know, for these energies, you could go with your sun or your moon, because this is eclipse. So I wouldn't go with rising, but your sun or your moon. Okay, so right here under this first house is Aries, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. Major shifting and changing happening within you. All right, which, you are going to see what's holding you back, whether it's other people or like your own choices and different behaviors. Whatever it is that holds you back, it's being illuminated. You're going to see it, and there's just this very natural, organic desire from the soul within, to follow through on any sort of changes that need to be made for your highest good. And you know, this isn't like, oh, you're a bad person and you need to evolve and grow. No, some of you, you've gone through a lot and you've lost yourself a bit through that process. And now through these eclipses and retrograde season, all of those lost fragments of you is now returning to you, and you're going to transform into a, you know, different version of yourself. And I'll pull more energy about this. So at the 5th house, we have Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Wow, we've got all the earth energies coming through under this 5th house. So earth, this is lovely. There is major awakening and changes coming to your romantic department, as well as your natural talents, abilities, creative talents and abilities, and your happiness, where you may have been, you know, doing what you felt was the right thing to do, or, you know, just following the status quo, what's expected of you. And through these eclipses, you're becoming very true to your own heart and what you want and what you desire and what you've denied yourself, what you've been holding yourself back from, you know, at the sake of, you know, having pleasing others or having proper manners, you know, and it's just not very authentic to who you are. And it's not to say that you're phony or anything, but I feel a lot of your choices that you've been making and the way you've been living your life has been to please others and what's, you know, acceptable to others. And now through these eclipses, there is a deep reconnection to you and your soul. And in that space, what doesn't serve you, you're ready to walk away from. You are ready for love. Some of you, it's time for some romance to come in. Big emphasis of talents and abilities as well as romance with the 5th house. So those of you that are very talented, it's maybe time to put that talent to use, you know, and that could be in any way, musically, artistically, spiritually, you know, athletic. It doesn't matter. What is your calling within? It's time to answer that call. And also, some of you, this is a big change coming to your love relationship if you're in one, or if you're single. This to me is through these eclipses, romance is coming in, as well as a deep, profound understanding about different connections of the past, why they didn't work out, etc. All right, 12th house, we have Aquarius, Cancer, and Gemini. All right, so with this 12th house, Aquarius, Cancer, Gemini, whoo, you guys are wrapping up a major soul cycle. This retrograde and eclipse season is going to be especially powerful and potent for you guys. Just because with that 12th house, it's like where we have, you know, illusioned ourselves, or we're not, we're refusing to see things as they are, opposed to the way we wish them to be. There's a big wake-up call that comes, and it's not to say that you're doing anything wrong, but often with that, it's you're cheating yourself or selling yourself short somehow, some way, with certain beliefs. And the reason why it's time for these beliefs to be challenged and torn down is it's 12th house. You're completing a major soul cycle. A lot of your beliefs, patterns, patterns of behavior, different elements of your lifestyle, different relationships, it's time for that to fall away because you're elevating into a new space. You guys have been working on a lot of soul evolution, so I know it's been a difficult and challenging journey, and now after we move through eclipse season, life is getting much easier for you because you guys have been in it. And right here, Cancer, you've got, you know, it's on the cusp here, and then the Cancer new moon is what opens us up to the new cycle of energy after retrograde and eclipse season. So on the third house, Pisces, Libra, and Leo. You guys with this Mercury third house energy, oh, major breakthroughs in the mental body. What's been holding you back? Where have you been incredibly confused and stumped, unable to let go, unable to move forward, unable to reconcile certain things that have played out in your life? All of that coming to you guys through these eclipses, okay? So here, this is like a new self. Those of you with this first house, a new love for self, where we're living our life for me, for what's good for me. And this is after the storm, and it's time for a new you. And you guys already completed this 12th house energy, and now you're shifting into that first house where it's the start of a brand new cycle, a brand new you. And then here at the 5th house, you guys, again, it's about your talents and abilities, as well as your romance answers coming in, a lot of shakeup happening to get you on the path of your highest good, of your highest potential. And then here, 12th house, major completion coming in for you guys, and it's like the worst is behind you. This eclipse season going to be crazy. Things you didn't think could happen, going to happen. Truths that come to light, you're just going to be like, whoa, I never in a million years. Okay, and then after this, you guys move into this first house energy, and then down here, major awakening, insight, clarity, understanding. All right, let's pull a planet card and see which one of the retrograde planets are coinciding with this eclipses for you the strongest, because we do have 6 of them. I will just tell you really quickly. Pluto went retrograde on April 25th. Saturn goes retrograde on May 11th. Venus goes retrograde on May 13th. Jupiter goes retrograde on May 14th. Mercury goes retrograde on June 18th. And Neptune goes retrograde on June 23rd. And then Chiron goes retrograde on July 11th through most of the till the end of the year, which when Chiron goes retrograde, it's in the house of Aries. It is time for deep healing to take place. And so look at Aries. This is a really strong message for you guys, because you have your first house coming out. You have your Aries here in that first house. Chiron is in your house right now. So, you know, after July all the way till the end of the year, a lot of healing is coming to you for sure. Okay, so let's pull the planets and see which one of these retrogrades, or it may just be the eclipses, are going to be powerful. Oh my goodness. Look at that, Chiron coming out on this first house. Yes, so Aries, especially Aries, but Aries, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. This is your year of a deep cleanse in the heart, in the soul. Certain things that have just plagued you, held you down, held you back. You are done with that, okay? You've completed that. It is time for you to rise up and move on. And the healing that you need, it's happening. And you know, Chiron is the Centaur. That's a beautiful confirmation to Sagittarius right there. And you know, Scorpio, you guys, there's nobody that can handle the emotional and spiritual pain like you guys can. Your 8th house energy, that goes deep, that goes dark, that goes hurt. You guys navigate that energy much better than any other sign. And that's why people find you very intriguing and mysterious and healing, because the way you think and the way you see is much different than the other signs. It truly is. You have this vision through the darkness, and even in the shadow, you can see the beauty around a person. It's just, gosh, I'm struggling to articulate the depth in which this goes. But that's, I mean, for all three of these signs, this is so synchronistic, and the worst is behind you. You're moving into healing, to happiness, a new you. All right, here we go for Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. We have Mercury. So Mercury retrograde is very powerful for you along with these eclipses. And Mercury goes retrograde June 18th through July 12th, and it's retrograding through Cancer. Okay, and here we have this new moon, annular solar eclipse right in between, you know, Cancer and Leo. Leo is the ruler of the 5th house. So, you know, that makes a lot of sense. Mercury is retrograding through Cancer. Here's this new moon straddling, you know, Cancer, Leo, and the 5th house is Leo. So you guys with Mercury, this is unfinished business. So things of the past are going to return to you. This is second chances, and this could be about anything. This could be different relationships coming back. This could be an idea that you had a long time ago, but you never really did anything with it. It just starts haunting you. The time is now. That's why it's coming back up to the surface. Anything that's returning to you guys, you know, through, I would say, June, July, there's great purpose for that. It's unfinished business, and it's either time for ultimate closure or it's a second chance, and the time is now. Like, the timing is right. Okay, and again, that's, you know, an idea, talents, abilities, or relationships. All right, Cancer, Aquarius, and Gemini. You guys have it, Jupiter. Nice. Jupiter is retrograde from May 14th all the way until September 12th, moving through Capricorn. And since this 12th house is here, and that's where you guys are most impacted, this tells me, along with these eclipses, whoo, lots of blessings coming to you. What has been denied you, what has been taken from you, what you have lost now returns to you in a new form, along with a lot of blessings. You guys were working on some heavy energy. You're wrapping that all up through retrograde eclipse, and it's time for your blessings to come in. So the Jupiter retrograde is the most significant for you guys. And lastly, ooh, look at that. We've got Neptune. And here with the 3rd house, self-awareness, epiphanies, coming to understanding. You know, Neptune being the planet that's retrograde, that's most impactful for you guys. Big disillusionment playing out for you. And Neptune goes retrograde from June 23rd to November 28th, and this is happening in Pisces. So Pisces, because this is your ruling planet and Neptune happens to be in the, you know, house of Pisces right now, this is going to be especially powerful for you guys, or those of you who are Pisces moon. So over here, you know, Aries moon, Aries sun, and then we have that beautiful confirmation with Chiron for Sagittarius and Scorpio, and then you know, this Cancer, Leo energy, really strong message here for the earth. Blessings going on. And now down here, oh, Pisces, suns and moons. This is gonna just really get you. Okay, Pisces, Libra, Leo, what has really been holding you back? Whether it's situational or your own choices, which essentially would be yourself, there's going to be no escaping it, okay? But more than that, I am telling you, where you've really been left in the dark, all of that understanding is coming into play. All the experiences that you've been going through in regards to, you know, relationships, as well as just your life in general, man, it's all turning into wisdom. And here, what you thought, this is really like, you thought things were one way, but you come to find out they're really another way, a way that's unexpected, something that you didn't anticipate. And, you know, with disillusionment, it can be a very positive thing, and sometimes it can be a bit of a painful thing. All right. So I do feel there's like a mix of, you know, both of that. I'm happy to see nobody got Saturn. So everybody watching this, your karma's pretty good. Okay. This is going to be more of a positive eclipse season for you guys. Then, you know, the really heavy energies that come into play, because this is just one reading and not everybody in the world is going to watch this, right? So those of you who have been drawn into this video, it's for a purpose. And I have to say, you guys have been doing the work. You've been learning your lessons, and now it's time for you guys to evolve and really receive from retrograde season and from these eclipses. Really receive deeply. So let's pull some tarot. All right, Aries, Three of Cups. It is time for happiness and celebration, really getting back out there, new friends coming in, you feeling like you got your groove back, feeling like the fire has been ignited within you, and healing, so much healing for you. Sagittarius, woo, you've got the Lovers. This is now, you know yourself. You are very grounded. You are strong. You are independent. And it's time to come into union with romance, your true romantic love. Or, you know, this is general. Some of you, this is about meeting people who are on the same wavelength as you, true spiritual companions that come through as, you know, friends, people that you can count on. Also, there is a lot of healing that's going to happen for Sagittarius out there in regards to love and romance, whether it's in an existing relationship, separated relationships, or healing to get over the past so that new love can come in with the Lovers coming through. And we do have Chiron, so it's like a deep healing of love, and this is playing out romantically, or for some of you, this is, you know, new friends, good friends you can count on. Scorpio, we have the Innocence of Swords. Yeah, you guys very strongly starting on a new cycle. And you see that little black puma right there? That's you guys all day. Like I said, you can see through the darkness, and you pick up on things, even like the crappiest person, you know, that people don't like and don't understand. You could sit with them and you would be able to see everything that's beautiful about them and why they're broken and why they are, you know, projecting such negative, ugly energy to the world around them. Like, you see beyond that facade of projection to the true heart, the true soul. And you've got to travel through some darkness, some deep darkness, shadow to get to that true soul sometimes. And here you guys are, major transformation, activation for sure with your intuition, going much deeper than ever before. And this is all about, you know, with being the swords, this is a change, a big shift in your mental body about you and how you see yourself. And also long overdue conversations, confessions, and secrets being revealed to you. All right. Now for Virgo, we have Eight of Cups. You are walking away, Virgo. You are walking away from a painful past. You are walking away from, you know, things in relationships that held you down. And also, there are, if you got Mercury here, there are people that are returning into your world. You know, whether it's friend, family, romance, there are people coming back. But you, Virgo, it doesn't matter who's showing back up in your world. If you're ready to walk away, you're ready to walk away and you're just letting it go. These eclipses really empower you to cut certain people off. And it's not that you have negative feelings or you're harboring hatred. You've just come to the point of you realize what's toxic and what's worth your time and what's not, you know, and you're ready to walk away. However, there's a lot of people that are trying to walk back towards you. And again, some sort of idea, talent, ability of the past that you left behind is now returning to you. Capricorn, we've got the Nine of Swords. So finally, a breakthrough in the mental body, you receiving a lot of unanswered questions where you've been left in the dark and you just haven't understood. That's happening. And, also what's returning through this Mercury energy allows your mind to come to a place of ease where you were anxious and worried and concerned. That's no longer going to be an issue. So the eclipse is really lining things in your favor. Taurus, we have the Tower. Whoo, Taurus. Major shake-up and change, more so than anybody else laying on this table, okay? Because you've got Mercury, so this is the past coming back, unfinished business. It is going to shock you, to say the very least, the way things shift and change for you. And we also have this fifth house. So, romance, ideas, things forgotten of the past, timing not being right, you not being ready, whatever it is, showing up now through these eclipses, and it just kind of knocks you over, takes your breath away. Like, wow, I never saw that coming. And any sort of big, crazy, like out of nowhere change that just like organically happens, go with it. It is setting you up for something pretty amazing. So Taurus, out of everybody, you guys are going to be the most shocked at the way this eclipse energy plays out, especially when we are in, the Mercury retrograde period. All right, Aquarius. Nice. You got the Fool. Brand new energy. You are done with these heavy life lessons and balancing karma. Truly, Aquarius, it's time. New opportunities, new connections coming in, and you feeling like $1,000,000, like ready to take on the world. If you'd sworn off love in the past, no more. You are ready to jump back into the game. If you've had a lot of setbacks and challenges and you've just been like, oh, I give up. Nope, you're ready to fight another day. There's this beautiful new energy. You are starting a new path forward. And remember, Jupiter's blessing you. What has been taken from you, what has been lost, and now returns to you in a new form. Cancer, you've got the Spirit of Pentacles. There is a major manifestation happening for you guys with these eclipses, and this is very solid, and this is permanent. This is energy that you can trust, that you can count on, and it's stable. An earth sign could be attached to this for you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But if this is a person, this is somebody who's really helping you out, offering you blessings, giving you maybe money or abundance when you need it the most, helping you out, with job, career, financially. We do have blessings here, and you guys are getting them in the material sense, okay? Next out is Gemini. We have strength coming through. You are finally going to be able to take flight. What has held you back, held you down, no more. And this heavy energy you've been wrapping up has added to your emotional strength, your spiritual fortitude, the power of your mind, deepen the will of your heart. There is no stopping you. You are done. Remember, for you guys, the worst is behind you. You're moving into a new cycle. Aries, Sagittarius, Scorpio, you just stepped on that path. Aquarius, Cancer, Gemini, you're about to step on that path. And, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and Pisces, Libra, Leo, you guys are in the middle of a journey right now, just with those houses coming out. Okay, Pisces, we have the Spirit of Swords. Yes, there you go. The truth coming to you, the answers coming to you, nothing being hidden any longer. Where there was a lot of confusion, nope, no more. With the Queen of Swords, this is where you've got your mind right, and there's a lot of information coming to you, conversations being had. So this is playing out with others, as well as these epiphanies you have within yourself, and this is part of that disillusionment, okay? where you're going to see the truth, where somebody's tried to like pull the wool over your eyes or pretend that they're greater, better, or more. You're going to see not so much the case. All right. The truth will be told to Pisces. All right. Libra, we have the naked heart coming through. This is the World. Ooh, Libra, it is time to really connect to the true calling of your heart and your soul, and where your heart has just been destroyed and broken in the past. Again, with this Mercury or this third house energy, it's all about learning and disillusionment. You're seeing the truth. And for many of you, there may be a situation or a person that you really glamorized and thought highly of, admired, and now you're going to see the truth about it, which really sets you free, where you've been feeling small, inferior, less than. That's shifting and changing, and you're realizing you're just as valuable and equal as whatever was making you feel inferior. So disillusionment is coming through in the naked heart, but this is the completion of something that's really held you down for quite some time. This would be the World card in the Standard Tarot. So much like Pisces, you are getting that ultimate enlightenment, which allows you to break free, and you are healed. All right, Leo, last but not least, we've got the Movement of Wands. Nice. This is fire energy. Where you just haven't had the motivation, the willpower, the fortitude to do what you've got to do, to see the truth for what it is. That's all shifting and changing. And the way it's happening for you, it's like you are, you're done there. And like this vision I'm getting in my head is like, let's just say you've been playing poker, and you know, you're down to your last bet, and you're like, well, I could bluff and, you know, potentially walk away with all this money. I don't have a winning hand, but I could pretend like I do and just see what happens. I've, you know, invested so much time. I've been sitting in this game for hours. I've already lost all my money. I want it all back. Or I could just take this $5 and get up and walk away. And this is where you say, you know what, I fold. I'm not wasting the last $5 on this game, because I'm never going to win this game, and I'm okay with that now. I'm ready to let it go. And it's like you're just filled with life, and you're ready to leave it all behind, Leo, and start afresh, start anew. So what's been holding you back, no more. You are going to free yourself, and it's not painful for you. And also with that, because these are eclipses, there is this power of just things shifting like that, things shifting in, things shifting out, which frees you. So some of you Leos, you might actually be freed from that situation. Maybe you were going to continue to sit there and spend your last $5, but Spirit's like, no, I've got better plans for you. And you know, there's this opportunity, it comes along, you're ready to move forward. Okay. So let's pull some more cards here and see what else is unfolding for everybody. And this is for all of you. Okay, we have jealousy. Watch who you trust with your personal secrets and plans. Spend time outdoors with nature to reconnect and replenish. Yeah, this is the truth coming through for so many of you about different connections and relationships, and also where we lie to ourselves. Manifestations. A bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. Absolutely. You know, during eclipse season, that's when that stuff happens. Communication. A reunion could bring love or a rekindling of friendship. A lucky win seems likely. Nice. So that's positive energy. You know, especially those of you who are under this Mercury retrograde, about the past returning through relationship. And Venus didn't show up, but Venus is also retrograde, so she could bring back lost loves as well. And look at, as I'm saying that, romance. Love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. Eclipse season is a perfect time for that. Commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better, yes. And for some of you, it's these creative talents and abilities that you've put on the back burner, and it's time for them to come to the forefront. And opportunities. An important offer will be made. Be prepared and dress to impress. Okay, so right here with the Sagittarius full moon lunar eclipse, seeing the truth and romance focus, okay? New loves coming in, seeing the truth about existing romances or romances of the past, a lot of healing, things manifesting that you've been waiting on, and also the freedom to, or the ability to finally cut yourself free from what holds you back. And then here, the, you know, Cancer, Leo, new moon, annular solar eclipse, manifestation, something coming into form, and the ending of a cycle, coming into understanding, no longer at the crossroads, because we have manifestation and commitment. So big time shifting with this particular eclipse, and what comes in and what comes through has a solid foundation, and like that's the new path that you're walking on. All right, and then down here, the Capricorn full moon lunar eclipse, communication opportunities. This is the most powerful manifesting moon of the eclipses, and I just see it here. Long overdue conversations, deep epiphanies coming in, and then opportunities is just kind of showing up out of nowhere, quite unexpectedly. All right, so eclipse season looks really good for everybody. It looks positive. Again, I don't see a bunch of negative karmic energies that need to play out and resolve for any of you, just with everything that I pulled out. So that's positive. This is going to be a positive time. May through the end of July. A lot of shifts, a lot of changes, a lot of things coming to light, not just in your own life, but the world at large. All right. So those are your messages. Oh, I did a Scorpio full moon reading, which opens up the gateway to all of this. It's linked below. And I also did a retrograde season reading to give you an idea of what all the planets are doing specifically. That is also linked below. Those are your messages. I'm sending each and every one of you lots of love and light. Take care.